Hello, my name is Rooth. Betsy and I have been members of the temple for over 25 years. We have two grown daughters who were bat mitzvahed and confirmed at the temple, and have three precious grandchildren. We have lived in Deerfield almost 40 years. Rabbi Cohn asked me to share my story of how, through my soul, I praise and am in service to God. Of course, to do this, I believe you must have faith and feel connected with God. First, how did I get to this place? It took a while. During college, in the mid to late 70s, I noticed that many people in my dorm and classes, people that I did not know well, would come to me for help, whether it was for advice or just listening. We would end up having very deep conversations. They would part with comments like, "Thank you. You're so easy to talk to." Some even saying they felt safe with me. I thought that there must be something special about me. I was in my ego, not to the point of being arrogant, but certainly not humble. That would come later. Betsy and I got married in 1984, and less than 2 years later, my father suddenly passed away. He had a heart attack. I was 28 and believed that I needed to take care of the family, so I was not able to grieve for my dad. Looking back, I realized that I felt separated. A large part of me was existing in the past as well as worrying about the future. Life went on and things were good, but I knew I could be better. In 2005, I attended a weekend retreat with Victories of the Heart. It did for me what I did for the people at college, but multiple times over. I learned to grieve and have better self-acceptance. I learned what it felt like being on the receiving end of caring and compassion, of understanding without judgment, where I felt safe, with people I did not know. The leaders of the retreat were connected. It was then I realized that it was not just me, but that all people are and can be special in their own way. I continued to be involved in the organization, ran it for 5 years, and served as a weekend program leader. One of the ways I began to give back. Another way I give back is through being an executive coach, where I help people come into awareness so that they can move forward with more confidence toward being their best self. When considering whether to move from being a CEO or CFO to a coach, a trusted friend asked me if I deserve to do something that feeds my soul. That's all I needed to hear, and I've been loving it for almost 12 years. Thanks to Rabbi Cohn, I'm also a Musar leader, which has given me greater insight into my soul and how to access it. I find our group sessions very meaningful. You see, I realized that my ability to meaningfully connect with people was deeply dependent on my connection to God. I also came to understand that for me to connect with God, I had to be present, not separated into my past and future self. So, back to the question of how, through my soul, I praise and am of service to God. Being present, staying humble, having faith, and knowing that there is a higher power that resides within us, in our soul. For me, one way to praise and be of service to God is to be of service to others. Shana Tova.